You know that feeling when you're at your absolute breaking point. Yeah, we've all been there. Well, today we're going to dive into a really powerful promise that offers a way through those moments. It's kind of like a roadmap for finding strength right in the middle of the struggle. So let's explore this together. And that's such a perfect way to put it, isn't it? A pressure cooker. The heat gets cranked up. Maybe it's the pull of an old habit, the weight of a heavy trial, or just that constant nagging whisper of doubt. You can literally feel the pressure building, pushing you right to your limit. But check this out. Right there in the Bible, the Apostle Paul gives us this incredible verse. You can think of it like a spiritual safety valve, a divine promise. And what's amazing is that packed into just this one sentence, there are count them, three pillars of victory we can actually build our lives on. All right, so let's break down that first pillar. This one, it's all about getting the right perspective. It's really the starting point for realizing something huge. You are not, and you have never been, alone in this fight. So the verse kicks off by going right after one of the enemy's favorite weapons, and that's isolation. You know how it is. When you're in the thick of it, that's when the lies just seem to get so much louder, right? And this is where we see this huge contrast, this battle between the lie and the reality. The lie is always whispering, nobody gets it. You're the only one going through this. But the reality, the truth, is that your struggle is universal. You're in a common conflict, not some solitary, isolated punishment. And man, that should bring such a sense of relief. Just think about it. You are part of this huge family of believers who have walked this exact same path. They've faced this fire. And if they could get through it by God's grace, guess what? That very same grace is available for you, right now. Okay, so let's move on to our second pillar. You'll see how this builds on the first one. This is where we shift our focus. We take it off of our struggle and put it onto the one who is actually in control of it all. And this is absolutely crucial. The anchor holding this whole promise together, it's not your strength, it's not your willpower, because let's be honest, we all know how shaky that can be. No, the anchor is the unchanging, always faithful character of God himself. I just love these analogies. It's like God is the ultimate thermostat regulator. He knows your exact limit. He knows precisely how much heat you can handle. And at the same time, he's the faithful sentinel, like a guard on watch, measuring the intensity of every single trial that comes your way. And that's really the heart of this second pillar. So when you feel like you've lost all control, when it feels like the situation is completely out of your hands, you have to remember this. Nothing is ever out of his. All right, and that leads us right into our third and final pillar. And this is the good part. This is the actual strategy for success. It's the piece of the promise that guarantees that yes, victory is actually possible. See, God isn't some distant spectator just watching us struggle. The promise here is that with the temptation, he also provides a way out. Think about that. For every single trap the enemy lays, God has already engineered the escape route. Okay, but we need to get this part right because it's a really critical distinction. The way of escape doesn't always mean the problem just poof, disappears. A lot of the time, it's the God-given strength to endure it. It's the grace to stand up under that heavy load without getting crushed by it. So, God's promise isn't always a helicopter ride to lift you over the wilderness. Sometimes it's a well-lit path that leads you right through it, making sure you have everything you need for the journey. So let's put this all together. How does this work in real life? We're going to recap these three amazing pillars of promise and turn them into a clear, actionable path to victory for the next time you feel that pressure building. It really boils down to these three things. Number 1, recognize you are not alone. This conflict is common. Number 2, rely on the Creator's constancy, not your own wavering strength. And number 3, start actively looking for that way of escape he has already promised to provide. So look, the next time you feel that pressure mounting, I want you to hold on to this truth. You do not have to give in. You don't have to surrender. And why not? Because God has already given you the way out, the way to endure. It's already there. And so that leaves us with something to think about. I want you to ask yourself right now, is there an area in your life where you feel you're being pushed way beyond your ability? And the bigger question is, are you willing to look for that way of escape God has already provided? Are you willing to trust it?